The heartbreaking story of Vancouver man convicted of a heinous crime sent shockwaves through the community, leaving many grappling with the tragic loss and seeking justice for a young, innocent life. Extensive investigations and court proceedings reveal the horrifying details of the crime. Interviews with family members, expert testimonies and forensic evidence painted a clear yet disturbing picture of the events leading to the tragic incident. In November 2018, the life of a 5-year-old Hartley Anderson was tragically cut short. Ryan Burke, entrusted with her care, was later found guilty of a murder, sparking outrage and sorrow throughout Vancouver. This is the story of the crime, the trial, and the quest for justice. Investigators reported that Burke was looking after Hartley while her mother was at work. When first responders arrived at the Madison Park apartments, they discovered Hartley unconscious, suffering from severe head trauma. Despite being rushed to the hospital, she was pronounced dead. Burke claimed that Hartley had injured herself during a tantrum, but the evidence suggested otherwise. During the court hearings, tensions ran high. Hartley's biological father, overcome with grief and anger, attempted to confront Burke in the courtroom. The emotional testimonies and the undeniable evidence presented by the prosecution led to Burke being found guilty of first-degree manslaughter and second-degree murder in February, sentenced to 40 years in prison. The sentencing brought a measure of closure, but also highlighted the lasting impact of the tragedy. Burke was sentenced to 40 years in prison, with additional terms including 36 months of anger management and substance abuse treatment. He was also prohibited from contacting Hartley's family or any children under the age of 12 years old. Hartley Anderson was remembered by her family as a sweet, loving child who brought joy to everyone around her. Family members described her as someone who'd have grown up to make a positive impact on the world. The events began in November 2018 when Hartley was found unconscious. The investigation and court proceedings unfolded over the next few years, leading to Burke's conviction in February and his sentencing in July. As the case progressed, each court appearance brought new revelations and heightened emotions, leaving the community on edge and eagerly awaiting the final verdict. Courtroom scenes were charged with emotion, particularly when Hartley's father tried to approach Burke. Family members shared poignant memories of Hartley, painting a vivid picture of a young girl who was taken too soon. The trial kept everyone on edge, with each piece of evidence and testimony adding to the tension. The anticipation of the verdict and the potential sentence kept the community in suspense. The sterile, tense atmosphere of the courtroom contrasted sharply with the warm, loving descriptions of Hartley shared by her family. The cold, hard evidence presented by the investigators starkly highlighted the brutality of the murder. The dramatic confrontation in the courtroom, the heart-wrenching testimonies, and the final sentencing all contributed to the intense, emotional landscape of the story. Family members and witnesses provided crucial insights into Hartley's life and the events leading up to her death, offering a personal perspective that underscored the loss felt by the community. Forensic experts and investigators detailed the evidence that contradicted Burke's claims, providing a clear and compelling case for his guilt. Throughout the investigation and the trial, feedback from the community and legal adjustment played a role in ensuring that justice was served for Hartley Anderson. Our deepest condolences to the family Holla, to the community and the Canada justice system, and also comment to let us know if the sentence was right for him.